guys.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to our podcast. It's our actual first podcast.
Yeah.
We really don't know where to start because it's
Yeah.
our first one, but so we're just gonna start
Okay,
with the
guys,
prompt
please.
we had.
Okay.
I brought up a conversation. I was thinking in my head that do people really change or can people really change? And I personally am a strong believer that people can. And sure, I have a lot of people I have given the chance to and they really haven't. But I still will always be on team change kind of thing. What about you? Do you think that people can change?
I think I've changed. Everyone around me, we've all, but it's more than change. It's more like evolved. I don't think anyone's really enforced like we gotta change and then just set up guidelines and to get some sort of results. So, but I think that's important, right? That you like.
But did you change overnight or over a period of time?
I don't think that's possible.
Do you believe people who say that they've changed overnight?
No, I don't think so. I think you can get that in line where you want to change or want to evolve, or you find something that you really want to invest your energy in, and that could result in changes.
Drive.
Yeah, but you can't just decide like I'm going to change and then the next day.
Yeah. Do you think you can change for another person?
For another person, no. Maybe with another person.
So you mean like a friend or like a relationship or like you mean change with growing with the relationship?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I can like that person says like I don't like so and so. I can't just like stop that overnight.
Yeah.
But like you can maybe listen and maybe also realize like what made me do those things. No, I think now I'm like just engaging with toxic behavior. That's not what I meant.
It's like when Dilly says so much.
Yeah. I just think you can just listen to that person, hear that person out, and find aspects that we can just
change each other.
I don't know where I'm going with this. I think I just like treaded into very toxic boundaries.
No, it's okay. It's fine. That's how we'll figure it out. We can keep a 2-minute buffer to switch because I think then we just zone out into our own conversation. But no, I personally do you know anyone who has changed, like actually changed? Like whether it's been a year, whether it's been 2 years, whatever, has like had a drastic change.
I've had the most drastic change that I know of. All I cared about was like education and everything, and then I moved to this.
Did you feel like people who did not get good grades were dumb?
No. I did not believe that at all. I just think I wanted to get good grades. But I don't know what the point of it was. I think my entire goal was I gotta get into this college. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, so it's a good drive to work through. But
I think. So because of that, I don't really have any attachment to my school life. So because of this kind of a drive, I just lost out on like 14 years that could have been like completely different.
I feel that's most NRI student problems. None of us really had a good school life. I had a very happy school life.
I don't miss school one bit. Like for me, I watch like other students studying. I'm like, God, I'm so glad I'm done with it.
I know, it's a very
for me, it's like PTSD just watching kids write boards, study. Oh, I can't. I hated school life.
So, like, how do you think you changed from that?
So, that's a person who went. And I always had these, like, strict rules for myself. But that's not the point of living, right?
Yeah.
It's about, like, exploring things and figuring out yourself. And also, I think because of that, I didn't grow at all in my school life. I was the same person who went in and graduated.
So, you meant like... But okay,
But that's so sad. I wasted 14 years of growth.
You could have been a better person.
I don't think I was a good person either in school, like compared to what I possibly could have been. I don't think so. But 5 years of architecture school across 2 universities did, I think, so much change so I can't even imagine what 14 years could have actually done. So
but then again, I get that point. But if you had to meet your friends now, and if you didn't know them when you were in school, would you be friends with them now?
Yeah, for sure. But that's also because so all of my friends, we were the same geeks, the same nerds the whole time in school, and then we went to different universities and we grew as different people, completely different people who we were in school, but not same amongst us either.
Okay.
But we still like kind of get off each other's energy. So I don't think, and I also think we became better friends after we evolved than we were in school.
That makes sense. Because my friends and I have a thing that we feel like we are only friends because we all went to the same common school and had similar like problems in life, and that's like a big bonding moment that we are still friends about. And we've evolved together as a group definitely, but like possibly maybe wouldn't. Like, I have cousins who have told me that we get along really well, but then they're like, if you weren't my cousin, we probably would have not been friends. Because I'm very good friends with my cousins. They're just not my cousins, they're very good friends. But then we all collectively agreed that we're only friends because we're cousins first.
Yeah.
And like, so I was thinking about my friends in that aspect as well. Because like, would they be my friends right now? What about your friends in uni? If you feel like, if you had met any of them in the school life?
No. We would have most definitely not been friends, for sure.
Do you think you should have met them in school?
No, also, like for example,
That's okay.
yeah, so we weren't that good friends in school. We were always together, but it's after school because we had completely different understanding of each other. I hated her, she hated me. We had very different reasons for that. And it's after school life that we actually had a conversation about it. And now we're like, we get each other. So I think because of that, the growth was what I think a lot of my happiness now is because of that growth. In school, I think that maybe to like 6th grade, I had the best school life. From 7th to 12th, I was just in a rut.
Do you think your friends are because you changed or because she also changed?
I don't know. Actually, so my closest friends, even now, are from school. So they were all relatively... Because if they, some of them who studied in India, they changed as much, but those who stayed here
didn't change. Yeah, very true.
But we were all still in that same
very
place.
True.
Yeah. At the end, if change or not, our principles were always the same. Whether in school, whether in college. So I think that kind of governs.
Have any of your friends like fucked up in like life and you held them accountable?
So I've had to do this only once for a major incident.
Okay.
It was my friend who cheated on her boyfriend. I did not like the boyfriend anyways, but that was not okay.
So for me, it's basically like if someone cheats on somebody, I will give you a buffer of a good week to open up and talk about it. And in that 1 week of a buffer, I don't see you take the initiative I want you to have been taking. Like I've had a bunch of friends, girls, guys, both have kind of played around the moral gray area since school. And I've always been like a disciplinarian in my group, But like, it's not about that. It was just like me wanted to hold people accountable from a very young age. Because I was like, you do not get to fuck around and then walk around with no remorse or no consequence for your action. Because like, ideally, sure.
Or even worse, justify it.
Oh my God, justify it. That's like the worst.
Rationalizing your most irrational actions is
I know
the craziest
and then the
most creative thing.
Honestly, it's a brilliant thing. People who can do it. Do you think people who cheat, like they plan to cheat?
No. It depends. I know some people have cheated because they wanted a reaction. So that is planned. Like if they were not getting validated enough. And so
for attention.
Yeah. I don't know attention or care or whatever. But some people, I think it's just instantaneous.
Do you think that when people say like, oh, the alcohol made me do it? Do you really believe
biggest joke. Like the saddest part is, I think all of us have experienced the intoxication
enough to know
exactly what you're capable of.
I truly believe that you will never do anything drunk
that you didn't want to do when you're sober.
And I feel like when people are like, no, I blacked out. Blackout is a different story. But even then, I feel like you don't really do. It's not like you go and enroll in the army or something, right? It's not like you just don't do anything. It's like you do something. It's something that like, oh, actually, I kind of had thought about it. So I really feel like people who use
it's always a considered
definitely
action.
A lot of people like always say that they change after they get betrayed or they betray someone. And then they're like, this is the stepping stone to my change in personality. And then they like go off Instagram for a month or they just like don't do anything.
Change should just be a catalyst for a result, but not like to cause a result, you just like change.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be like, I will change for this reason. It's more like, I will change for my betterment and whatever else happens in the...
happens.
But like, do you think if you were in the wrong, like in situations like this, like you have blamed the alcohol and you have decided to change and you have done it, how long would you ideally, like if you changed, would you actually go tell a person, I have changed? Do you think the only reason you changed when you were in the negative for whatever reasons is only because you have people in life that hold you accountable if you didn't change? Because for me personally, it's like one thing is definitely my morals on my own ground is definitely a big thing. But second thing for me is basically like like I have a lot of friends in my life who are very much on the right or wrong. Like there's no like gray area. Do you believe in gray area between like rights and wrongs?
For some aspects, not for everything.
Okay, fair enough. But like for me, most things are very like black and white to me. Depends. If it holds another person and their emotions are involved.
Should we get into the trolley problem right now?
Oh, that's a very good question actually. But I feel like we don't have enough viewers for this. But like, yeah, like it's a we need someone, but actually we should do a toy work when someone's we're doing guest thing, because you and I both know the answers to it. Doesn't really work that way. But yeah, basically for me, like, I know that I'm very much holding myself accountable for every decision, every action I make. One, because as an only kid, I feel like I'm very constantly aware of my actions and how it'll affect me, my family.
There's a lot of time to introspect yourself.
Yeah, not too much time in your life to do that. But second is, I have a lot of friends who are very much like, they will not be like, oh, it's okay, you're my friend, you made a mistake, you will learn from it. No matter what age, what time frame, what mindset, I could be like pissed out, blackout, drunk, and if I still make a mistake, my friends will hold me accountable for that mistake. And I feel like it's really important to have friends who hold you accountable, because like ideally it's great to have supportive friends, not a doubt. Like, it's, you always have you can have like a lot of like quantity supportive friends, but having quality friends who keep you accountable for your actions, especially knowingly causing people pain. See, unknown pain is impossible to avoid, but knowingly causing pain is like a whole different thing. My mom keeps telling me something like, you know, if you do someone wrong by any aspect, like knowingly causing them pain, or the fact that you've caused them pain unknowingly, but you don't really acknowledge it or validate it in any aspect, whether it's like emotionally, financially, whatever, you will never sleep healthy. Like, you will never sleep well.
And there are things that still like come into my head that I subconsciously or consciously, I don't know, things that I've done wrong before.
Is it like a cringe moment?
Yeah. I feel like it'll all eventually become a cringe moment.
Yeah. But like, do you believe in that? Because I truly believe that people who've done you wrong, they can never sleep well. But then again, I know a lot of people who have done absolute trash.
Sure they sleep really well.
Actually, I had a conversation with one person. I actually had a conversation with one of my friends who actually did really do something really messed up in life. And then he did change, and I truly believed he changed. And maybe he still has. Like, I don't know. I'm really hoping he has. But I really was asking, like, dude, when all of these things happened, like, you know, when you willingly made these decisions and whatever, do you think now, did you sleep uncomfortable? Were you like even remotely guilty? Like, you know, like any part of you that knew you were doing wrong and was okay, like was not okay with it? And he's like, no, I knew everything I was doing. I never felt bad. I slept very wonderfully, in fact. And I was like, even though you know you're causing pain. He's like, yeah, because I was doing it for my selfish reasons. And he's like, when you're selfish enough to that extent, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're doing it for yourself and you sleep very well, in fact. And then he's like, and that's the aspect for anybody who does anything that knowingly causes people pain. He's like, it's only the ones that are actually... I think
you just grow comfortable to it.
Probably. Like, it's like you really just become like fine with anything kind of an aspect. And that's what he told me as well. And then I did like a lot of my other friends. See, these are friends in my life because like my friendship with them never really affected my mental space in any aspect. It's just like they did their own things and I was
and you've held them accountable.
Definitely. So. That's why I don't have a lot of friends now, because I hold them all too accountable. But I agreed, because
so like, it's okay. You've been a good friend to both people. The person who was...
Definitely. I feel like I've spent so much of my time just being like an only kid. Like, I'm just every relationship's third wheel now. But no, definitely, because I feel like I still truly believe that if I do someone wrong, it'll eat me up. It'll eat me up. So, because I've actually been in the wrong in multiple ways as well. But the fact is, like, I feel like the reason I feel bad is because I want to change. And I will not be like, I change. It's been like, I change with actions, because I feel like that's the most, it's like, this is what I feel like is important in changing. If you have the actions to support your change, not just talk, then you can change. But you believe that they can't.
I think they can change, but not overnight for sure.
Not overnight.
And it also depends on their motivation for change.
Yeah, I think that's very important. The motivation to change.
Like, if it's it's to show someone and get
to prove something wrong, or it's or it's just to be like to please, like it's just for the higher ego of it.
Yeah, if it's genuinely to better yourself, I think it's possible with
no strings attached.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I don't think change should be dependent on the result.
Do you have any friends or like ex-friends, new friends, whatever, that has been like cheated on and then they've given the person a second chance?
Yeah.
And
I do.
No, but like, not her, but like in general, like, what do you think of the person who's given people second chances? Because I have my best friend, she and I are very, very similar in a very very ground level aspect. But she is so dead against giving people second chances.
Yeah.
And I'm always for giving people second chances. And half our conversations go like this. Like, for her, she's been cheated on multiple times. And every time she got cheated on, she was just like, yeah, I'm done. And she moves on to the next guy. Like, she does not bother like that. And that goes, I've met some of the boys that she's dated, and they're actually really nice people. And I was like, dude, they're such good people. Like, you know, like, they made a mistake. Let's give them a second chance. She's like, no, it's enough to know once how to be treated. You don't need to go through it again.
Yeah.
And on the other aspect of it, like, I've given.
No, I understand that, and honestly, I do vouch for that, and that's probably
the easier way to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know many stories where
but it's
people
hard
to
sometimes.
give them a second chance
No,
or not
it's
to give.
hard to not sometimes, depending.
Yeah, that makes sense because like I feel like I've had friends do it both ways.
Yeah.
That's like my friend circle. We like ideally an even number of girls. So like 3 of them are the same. The other 3 are like a different aspect of it. And then we just like, who's right, who's wrong here? But the end of it, all of the men turn out to be trash though. That has been like a group thing. But yeah, interesting. Okay, what's the time frame that you think that someone needs to take to change? Like a easy.
I think it really depends on what they want to change into.
Yeah. What aspect of their life they want to change into? Like because it's like. Makes sense. Because like there are these kind of like, these weird trends you see, right? Like change your life in 6 months and like, get up at 5 a.m. and eat breakfast at 5:15.
There's a very interesting thing. I think I watched it on Quota Factory.
Okay.
It said that for any habit to be a part of your life, you just need 22 days?
21 days.
21
3
days.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. And then anything. So if it's something like that, I think you can just bring it in.
Yeah.
But if
it's a personality.
Yeah, it really depends on how foundational.
Yeah, no, but that thing, those are things, habits.
Yeah.
Changing habits takes 21 days.
Yeah, but changing your principles, I don't know.
Yeah, morals and principles is a very ground level thing. Do you have, I know a lot of guys who have changed, but then ideally didn't really change. Like they changed for a bit and then they just got bored of that aspect. Do you know girls who have changed and then they just stick to that? Because I feel like, when women change, I feel there's a lot more accountability to their actions because it's a more...
Because there's a lot of people pointing fingers.
Definitely. A lot more people pointing fingers. Men is just like, it's a dude thing, like whatever. And
see, we can't speak for everyone, but based on our personal experiences, that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
It's always... The spotlight's always on the girl.
How she handled it, how she didn't handle it. Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know if this place is just
very toxic for us. I don't know. No, I feel like women definitely are held accountable a lot faster than men are for whatever reasons. And for that aspect, like they do change faster because like there's so much pressure to change that you will probably even do it in like a week. And like you will mean and stick to it. Maybe because there's an aspect of fear. I don't know. I don't know if people change because they're scared.
Yeah.
Because that's another way people can change. I don't know. Maybe like the viewers can tell us. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the thought we have.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
I hope you guys have like not learned, at least like understood something.
Or like related to something.
Related, that's the word, yeah. Related enough to actually give us feedback.
Also, I think we should also bring up the point that if you don't agree with us, just please let us know. We'd love that kind of conversation.
Yeah, because it really isn't about just us talking. It's more
this
like...
is really not a session where we give you advice on like what to do and what not to do. No. We really want to
because we are also trying to change and learn.
Yeah.
And this is our way to do
evolve
it. Yes, because I love criticizing people, getting criticized. It's very important. I feel like it's a super important thing to put yourself out there and let people like not roast you. That's a whole different aspect, but like genuinely,
I think we should like have this mutual understanding of respect.
Yes,
based on respect.
Yeah,
and I think based on that, I think we're open to hear
anything. Yeah, anything.
You guys don't like our voices.
I mean that I really can't change. But
we can probably put on a Darth Vader
voice.
Something. Like let us know what you're into.
Send it to one person that you think has things that they changed or have changed and you want to acknowledge their change. This is a podcast for them. Thank you for changing, guys.
Thank you, guys.